What up? Welcome back to the vlog. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know what's flying around here. There's a lot of stuff flying around. But anyway, I'm actually out working. You know, the garage was great because it took so long I could show you every little detail and why I chose to do what I did. But this is moving really fast, which is amazing. And I'm definitely not complaining. To all you contractors out there that say 3 months and then it ends up being a month, you're the best people in the world. For every single one of you that says, oh, it'll be a month, and then it ends up being a year, get out of the business. Stop building things. People want expectations met. Anyway, we're out for a showing, but I left the house this morning and they just started, and I tried to get some some video of what's going on there and what's happening, but they hadn't really done much. So of course, I left, and then they really started working. Anyway, long story short, let's get right into the vlog. All right, so welcome back. If this is your first time, thank you so much for being here. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss a single video of the garage build, of the porch build, of the pool that we're finishing off here. All of those episodes have been archived. They're all on a playlist. You can go back and see what this house looked like before we started tearing it apart and putting it back together. So anyway, but thank you for being here. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much. I mean, good grief. You know, 450 something videos, 460 something videos, and like 500 of you. It just means a lot. So thank you for doing that. Also, if you bought this house from us, you're welcome. No, my objective with this YouTube channel was to hopefully provide some value, obviously, for my clients. And I have some houses that none of you will ever see because they're unlisted. And so if you don't have that link, you can't see them. But I'm sure my clients have been like, oh, let's look at this house. And they look at this house, and then the next thing you know, we're building a pool in the middle of the vlog here. But regardless of how long you've been here, how many videos you've seen, I just really genuinely appreciate it. Hopefully you find something of value here, or maybe it's just entertaining to watch this stuff. I don't know. I was all over YouTube looking for pool stuff as we were building this, and then as garage stuff as we were doing that, and porch stuff and ideas and inspiration. And there was a lot of really crappy content. Now, I'm not saying this is the best content ever, but I do believe that it's pretty authentic to me, which is all you're ever going to get, by the way. So, but if you bought this house, man, can you believe like the difference of what this house was, what it is? We're still not done yet, apparently. When you build a pool, you're like, oh, we should also do this and also do that. And then you end up trying to figure out how to pay for it. So anyway, that's kind of where we are now, but apparently we have 2 or 3 other projects coming now. Super. So, thank you for being here for the pool build. I really do appreciate it. I gotta go show a house real quick. We gotta pay for this thing. And eventually these other projects, evidently. So I'm gonna go do that. But in the meantime, I did get some time lapse here of the concrete deck is going in today. So they've buried the little bonding line, the pool bonding, which is the little copper wire that runs around the exterior of the pool. If you've seen the last couple episodes, I think I mentioned that. We got that inspected, it's passed. But today they're pouring the concrete for the deck. So I think they started over near the fence walkway area and then worked their way around the pool. I did pop over there for like a good 10 or 15 minutes just to try to get a little bit of film here, or video for you on that. So I got like, I don't know, 6 seconds. We'll insert here. Yeah, so that's what they had done as of like, I don't know, what was that, 12:30? 1 o'clock, something like that. And it is February 25th. So from last week to this week, like the coping and the tile, and I mean, just in 3 or 4 days here, they've already done the pebble tech, they've already done the coping, they've already done the tile, and now we're like onto the concrete and almost done. So today's Tuesday. It is now almost 2 o'clock. I gotta go in for the showing. They're doing the concrete. They're finishing the concrete today. They're going to stamp it. I'll show you that little design we're doing. They're also mixing like a little bit of gray, a little bit of slate color kind of into it, which I think will be great. It'll like kind of soften everything up a little bit. A lot of hard edges and rocks and stuff back there currently with the way the old people did it, which was terrible in my opinion. But nevertheless, we're going to make it work. We're going to do our thing. And I'm going to go do this. We'll be right back to hopefully finish off the concrete here today. And then really all we've got after that is the equipment hookup. They've already finished the gas line, they've already finished the electrical, they have already finished the water, which they had to kind of maneuver and manipulate a little bit, but I'll show you how and why we did that as well. So I'm go make me some money, and then we'll be right back. Good morning. It is Wednesday the 26th, and there's water in the pool. Yes, it holds water. That has been running for the better part of like 12 hours now. So it is getting there. The deep end is a third full, maybe. So the water line comes up to the like halfway to the tile. As long as it's above the skimmer there, you're good. So, but also the concrete is done. Check that out. Excuse me. Haven't had my second cup of coffee yet. Looks amazing. Really happy with how this turned out. So this is stamped concrete. You saw some of the process yesterday. They put the concrete down, they smooth it all out, and then they put these patterns on here and stamp it in. Hence the name stamped concrete. So, but just really happy with how this turned out. I mean, now they do have to come back and stain it and seal it today. So it's probably gonna end up being a little bit darker than this, but we wanted some variation in the grays and the light grays and the dark grays and stuff. So, but I mean, this just looks amazing. Now we were thinking we were gonna do tile to kind of match this coping and go all the way, but that is really expensive. Concrete already is expensive enough. And so we thought this is probably gonna be the better route for us. You know, to me, having this travertine coping and then having it nicely blend into, you know, we wanted a little variation between the coping and the concrete, so we're definitely going to achieve that. But this just looks amazing. Now, one thing over there, there's a little curb there, I think you can see, yeah, there. So the foundation of that porch comes out a lot further than I remember, the little footer. So that's why we have a little curb there. But it actually adds like a little nice depth to it, nice little detail there. So not too terribly upset. Now, the real question is, do we put that travertine stack stone around that edge and then around that edge where the black paint currently is? I think it would really tie everything in nicely. Obviously, didn't really plan on doing that, but now that we're here, kind of looks like it might be a good idea. So would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments, but man, crazy. So water in the pool, concrete's done. Equipment will be done on Thursday and Friday, and then this thing will be finished, and then we got to start all of this mess. So stay tuned. They'll be here in a little while. I'm going to try to get some of the sealing and coloring and all that stuff of the concrete as they kind of finish that off. Stay tuned. All right, good morning. Another day here. The pool equipment is in. I'm going to show you that real quick, and then they're going to be back today to start some grading and landscaping, sprinklers, all of the other things. So here we go. All right, so first, like structurally, we had to raise all this up because the concrete kind of like, or the landscape kind of went down like this, and that was like recessed way down there. So they had to bring the water up, had to bring the gas line up. The gas line is for the heater here, and then the water, of course, is just for our hose, so that we can have water back here. Did rain last night, so we got some water to deal with, but it's working. I don't know if, did I show you guys these drains? We got a little extension we got to put on here just to get it closer, but that'll be nice because you get the leaves and whatever else and just blow it off. But anyway, so all the equipment's in. We got a little outlet there. So the heater, the filter, all the plumbing is done here. So yeah, really happy with all this. It does run. It's not on right now, but it is very quiet. I was surprised how quiet. I feel like every house I've sold a pool with, the motor is like, the pump is over in the corner going, where, and it's like, well, this isn't relaxing at all. But anyway, pool equipment is in. So that will wrap this episode of filling the pool and getting the equipment in. And we still do have to test the electrical and the gas just to make sure it's all up to code and stuff. I have no issue with that. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. But water's in the pool. It did rain, so it's a little cloudy at the moment, but we're gonna clean it out, get the pumps running again, get the filter going, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll be back today for some landscaping, some fence, some sprinklers, and I think we're gonna start some sod here in the next day or two. So that'll be the next episode, landscaping, final final episode, I believe. Yeah, I don't see why not. Fence, landscape, sod, sprinklers, grading, water control device, water quality device. We still have to get that inspected, so we'll make that part of the next episode. But the next episode will be the last episode of the pool build, and then we'll show you the final products here and a little bit of the process. They've got a lot of dirt to move and a lot of fence posts and fence to put up. We do have to get one more stump ground up, by the way. So we'll show you that as well. But that'll be the next episode, the last episode of this pool build. I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for subscribing if you haven't yet already. Down below, subscribe. Pool, garage, porch, all the things. Thank you.